All right, so now we are ready to do our first pour. But what we want to do is make sure that our molds are nice and clean. So I'm going to use some alcohol wipes and kind of wipe it out. You can see how it kind of opens up on this one. That's how I can get it in and out. And then this one also opens up in several places. And that's how we get it out of there. So let's wipe it down and then do our pour. All right, now it's ready to go. All right, so now we're out in the garage, we're ready to go. I've got my my molds cleaned out. I've cut a hole so I can pour my resin in at a top spot so that hopefully I don't get any air bubbles trapped. So you really got to plan where you're going to have your port, and then put it back together. So kind of the steps here, I like to sprinkle a little bit of kind of some talc-free talcum powder. First, of course, our handy mold release. Give it a couple of shots with that. And then I'm gonna give it a quick blowout. Make sure there's no dust in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dust it lightly with this. This is actually really good too because it'll also help if there's bubbles on the surface, get rid of them. But you don't need too much. And once you get it kind of gently coated a little bit, blow it out again. All right, so now we're going to put these two pieces together. Make sure they line up perfectly. You want to make sure all of your little gaps are closed, all the teeth are lined up. Okay. Sounds good. Then I've got two boards. There's one on either side. Good. And then we have mold straps here. So the way the mold strap works is you take this, pull this lever down this way, push this through here, and back through there. You wrap it around. Hold it so it's not completely tight, and then flop this over. Oh, a little bit looser. You want it to be snug but not deform the mold. There we go. There. Once it's all strapped up, we'll get to measuring our epoxy. All right, so now what we've got, we're ready to start mixing up our epoxy. I have some dye here, and I think I'm going to use a bit of black. Black. Okay. Highlight it there. Bit of black. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the same technique we did with the silicone, where we'll lay this flat. Probably should clean the top off first so I don't get crumbs in there. Do that. Just making sure it won't pour out. All right, so I might do this in a couple of batches. I'll just show you the first one. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour into here, and then right here is where I'm going to fill these with epoxy, and then I'll put the lid on, and that'll keep dust and stuff from getting inside of the epoxy molds, and I'll leave it there to cool, or to cure for a couple of days. This is a 48-hour kick on this epoxy, so it's a little bit longer, and that allows more bubbles to come out of it. And let's go ahead and get started. Turn it on and tear. Okay, so we're going to do math on this too. We want to make sure that we get 48% of the base to 100% of the hardener. So if I open this up, I'll use my calculator as well here, just have it set, clear. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, I've got 35 ounces. So 35 ounces. What's 47% of 35? 16.45. This one's new, so gotta be careful with it. So again, 16.45. I'm gonna tear this. Perfect. All right. This dye is very strong, so I'm just going to put a drop in, like as little as possible. So I want it to be really clear still. That's it. Now we're ready to stir and then pour. And you got to stir it really good. You can see one drop really goes a long way.